As wild as this may seem, drugging sexual partners happens in the animal kingdom. Talk about lack of consent. So there's a study that shows there's an octopus out there that injects the female with paralyzing venom during sex. Mind you, this takes a twist so that it can avoid being eaten. Wow. If you followed Sex in Space for a while now, you'll know that animals have some pretty interesting mating behaviors. From constructing elaborate love dens to being able to mate after being decapitated, animals have some very interesting courting behaviors. But this one might just be the wildest we've come across so far. It's the love life of the blue-lined octopus, which if you don't know already are a tiny but very dangerous cephalopod often found in shallow reefs and tide pools. Full-sized females are around the size of a golf ball, and that's between 2 and 5 times bigger than their male counterparts. These ladies are also very prone to eating their mate, something called sexual cannibalism, which apparently is very common in cephalopods. All male octopuses have a specialized arm for mating, which transfers a sperm capsule into the female's oviduct, which is part of her reproductive system. And male octopuses have come up with some very creative strategies to avoid becoming their mate's next snack during sex. Argonauts will sacrifice their mating arm and let it just drop off afterwards, while other species have evolved to have an extra long mating arm. But since the blue-lined octopus doesn't have a very long mating arm and it can't do long-distance mating, it has to try something else which is more dangerous, and that is mounting its partner. And this is where the paralyzing venom comes in. The researchers of this study saw males immobilizing females during mating sessions that last between 40 and 75 minutes. They used their very potent neurotoxin called tetrodotoxin, which is the same thing they use to immobilize their prey. As the neurotoxin took effect, the females even stopped breathing after 8 minutes, they went pale, and their pupils no longer responded to light. The mating would end when females would regain control of their arms and push the males off, as you would. Now, none of the females died during this process, and they fed normally the next day, which suggests a resistance to tetrodotoxin. Interestingly, the blue-lined octopus, like a lot of octopus species, die very soon after mating anyway. This is something called simulparity, a breeding strategy where an organism dies after it reproduces once. The females die after their larvae hatch. So there you have it, another example of how nature evolves some very interesting and unexpected quirks. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to Sex in Space to keep up with more wild and woolly sex facts like this.